Nobody told you this when you were growing up. It is one of those wisdoms not all people have the luck to know. You can be the master of your faith, and you were born to do it. And you can, if you learn to shape your reality by hacking your subconscious mind. Creation isn't something that takes place outside of ourselves. It is us that create our own reality, as confirmed by quantum physics. But there are two ways of doing it. You can create your reality deliberately or on autopilot. The reason you are not completely satisfied with your life so far is because you have been creating your reality on autopilot. There are several old books written by great men of our history. Famous books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol, Law of Assumption by Neville Goddard, and many other authors like Earl Nightingale, Vadim Zeland, and many others have amazingly articulated the art of deliberate creation and manifestation. They have taught the real mastery to creating your reality with the use of the subconscious mind. And there is one common ground that they all agree on. You become what you think about. You attract exactly that, what you hold in your mind. Our subconscious mind is the one that creates our reality, and it uses our dominant thoughts to bring them into existence. But why does it do that if the thing we constantly think about is not something we want? Rather, it is something we fear. The thing with the subconscious mind is that it respects your free will. Whatever you think about, whether it is good or bad, your subconscious mind will assume is what you want in your reality. So to change your reality, you must first change your thoughts. You need to assume your desired reality for it to come into existence. And how do you do that when your external reality keeps presenting you the evidence of lack of the desired things in your life? When it just doesn't feel like it is going the way you want it. You need to shift from reaction mode to creation mode if you really want to see it in front of you. And here are the 6 hacks to get you there as advised by the authors I mentioned earlier. They'd have found a way to completely reprogram the subconscious mind, and here it is. Number 1. Your beautiful imagination. The biggest secret to attraction is using your imagination and your 5 physical senses to bring about your desired reality. You need to feel the essence of your desire in your imagination. All things are created twice. Once in your mind, and the second time in your external reality. Your desire was born the moment you perceived a lack of something in your life. You know how that lack feels. You need to move away from the feeling of lack into a feeling of already having it. One question may pop into your mind, as it does with many. How is it going to happen? If we start contemplating the ways our desire could come, we will end up discouraged. If you focus on how, the feeling of lack will remain within you as you cannot possibly know how. And this is very important to understand. Your subconscious listens to how you feel and brings circumstances of similar charge. You will notice when you worry, you attract circumstances that make you even more worried, and you end up thinking how you just can't catch a break. Your subconscious listens to your feelings and your thoughts to get a blueprint for your reality. Your job is to keep yourself in a state of already being in possession of your desire. Neville Goddard said, "To bring about your desire into reality, you need to think from it, as if you already have it." Imagination is a skill developed over time. There is a dark culprit behind our failure to create, and it lies within the widely spread advice how we should work hard and invest a lot of effort and action to get a good life. But it simply didn't work for the generations to come. It will especially not work if your dream is big and extraordinary, because no amount of action will get you there. If all you do is work and perceive lack, the action will then feel like an anchor holding you down. Many great dreams died because of believing hard labor brings you the American dream. All it ever did was present supporting evidence of how it is not possible. This is where your imagination comes in. It is a proven way to hack your subconscious mind and change your perception of the truth. Don't hold on to objective reality, as there is no such thing. No two people have the same view of reality. Each and every one of us perceives it differently. So many factors affect our perception, Even our mood, and things like how comfortable our clothes are, is a factor when we are perceiving reality. Our mood is not consistent and changes regularly, hence the only metric that subconscious cares for are your thoughts, which are laced with emotions within the body. And as there isn't such thing as objective reality, the subconscious mind treats your imagination as reality. It doesn't perceive the difference. Depending on how good you are at immersing yourself in your imaginal act, first step would be to see yourself at the finish line vividly and with fine details. For example, you have a car you desire. When you see yourself behind the wheel is step number 1, but if you then hear the engine roar, it will become more real. And as far as your subconscious is concerned, that is reality. And by the great laws governing on earth, it will bring your assumed imaginal act into existence. Neville Goddard explains how creation of our desired life depends on our ability to develop lifelike imagination. The more real you can imagine it, more your thoughts will be charged with emotion. Meaning the more you feel it, the faster it will come. Imagination is the only way to move from the vibration of lack you send out because of the way you perceive your current reality. Perception is most of the time faulty and uses the filters of childhood programming to interpret your situation. It is mostly deviating our perception of reality, attracting evidence to support the existing beliefs. The imaginal act now makes you a perfect match to what you really want. You should repeat it every night, as recommended by Neville Goddard. And if you persist in your visualization every night whilst going into sleep, you will have it quicker than you think. Hack number 2. Your inner dialogue. Since you have now perfectly constructed your lifelike imaginal act, all you will need to do is mind your self-talk when going about your day. You need to understand the stages to fulfillment. At first, you will not see what you want in your external reality, and sometimes you may even experience lack even more. This is called the contrast period. And as suggested by a famous author, Donald Neil Welsh, you need to acquire the power of wisdom. When you see the evidence that support lack, remind yourself you are now deliberately creating, and this is only one of the steps to get there. Make sure your inner dialogue is positive. You need to show your belief is unshakable. But until they do, you need to remain patient and don't waste your energy on dwelling. Guard your desire and your mind from all the lies, and you will have what you desire. Trust and believe. And don't take no for an answer, meaning, keep in mind only that which you wish to see around you. Everything you are exposed to has an effect to your subconscious mind. All the news, information in the feed, the books you read, or the music you listen to, the content you watch, the friends you associate with, shape your subconscious mind. Avoid all the negative things that you can, and stay focused on reprogramming your subconscious mind with uplifting self-talk. Cheer yourself like you would cheer your best friend. Number 3. Thinking from the end. One of the most important aspects of manifesting, according to Neville Goddard, is living in the fulfillment of your desire. What would you do, and who would you be if your desire is now true? And go do that, and be that person from within. Allow yourself to be convinced. God wants to give you everything, and in a state of gratitude, we are able to receive it. This is because if you are already feeling happy and grateful, then you are not conditioning your happiness on that desire, but rather you are ready to receive even more. Imagine you are already living in that home you want, already dating that woman you want. You are living your dream life. You want that feeling of your desire fulfilled. That feeling is what gets us there. Napoleon Hill also talks about seeing yourself already in possession of your goal, as well as all the other authors mentioned in this video. It is really common sense, as this state of mind and feeling eradicates all the resistance to your desire. And now your subconscious can deliver it to you. Don't try and fixate on how, as you don't know the shortest way from A to B, but your subconscious mind does. You dwelling on how will only hinder the manifestation, and it's not our job. This is called belief. Your job is to know what you want and to believe. Divine Masculine, which is your conscious mind, is knowing what, and Divine Feminine, which is your subconscious mind, knows how. Your relationship to it should be like that of lovers. Impress it with what you want and what makes you feel good, and she will return the favor by giving you an exact match in your external reality. Sometimes you won't even have to lift a finger. Sometimes you will act on inspiration. Whatever the circumstances, they will perfectly align to act in your favor. Every action you make towards it will feel effortless. Everything is fine-tuned and orchestrated. Be sure to immerse yourself and reenact your imaginary act as often as you need the motivation to keep going, until it shows up in front of you. The best time for your imaginal act is just before sleep, as advised by Neville Goddard, as the mind will offer minimum resistance and you will be able to get through to your subconscious mind in the most direct way. Your desire will be planted successfully. 4. Introspection. It is very important to get to know yourself and the limiting beliefs that you currently hold in your subconscious mind, and it is important to rewrite them. I'll give you an example. You may believe, due to past experiences, how you are not good enough, and you will show up as someone without any confidence. You can change your core belief by going back to previous experiences and reshape the memory. Maybe you had to give a speech or have a presentation and the words wouldn't come out. You were anxious and it ended up looking bad. Go back to that memory and reshape it. See yourself giving the best speech. See how precisely you articulate your thoughts into words. Feel the excitement as you receive standing ovation from the audience. Feel the confidence and exhilaration in your body, and even being relaxed and interacting with the audience. Now, every time you go back to this memory, see it this way, and soon the destructive beliefs that hold you back in life will change. You need to do a mental cleanse and remove all the limiting beliefs in your self-image. If you had a bad date, go back in your memory and turn it into a best date ever. Feel the happiness and satisfaction of a great date. Soon you will reflect the confidence of the best closer in town. This will reconstruct your belief system to work in your favor. 5. Affirmations. It is hard to join feelings of faith to your words in the initial stage of reprogramming the subconscious mind. It is only normal as you were raised and grew up on a set of limiting beliefs formed over decades. And you are now all of a sudden presenting a completely opposite idea. It will feel like you are in denial and that you are lying to yourself. If you were taught that only hard work brings success, and now you are introduced to the world of deliberate creation from the mind, it will feel like a big leap. The mind will revel. But there is a good way I found to help you become convinced sooner. You will go in front of a mirror and tell yourself everything you want is coming your way. Look into your eyes. Express your love for yourself. You deserve to hear it. Tell yourself you love yourself, and don't be surprised if it even makes you cry. It might feel like it is your own love and acceptance you were seeking all along. Saying I love you to yourself in the mirror is very powerful. Then follow to affirm your desired reality and convince yourself it is coming. And do it as you would talk to a good friend. The moment your mind tries to negate your new beliefs with evidence against it, repeat to yourself, I have molded my desire. It is mine to have. I stand by my truth. I was born as a deliberate creator, so this is what I choose to create. Repeat it until the feelings of belief and faith start filling you up inside. You will repeat it whenever you need to hear it, as a belief is only a thought repeated so many times it comes without question. The subconscious mind will conform to what you impress it with. Mornings are a great time to do affirmations, as this is when your mind is most impressionable. You can suggest it new ideas, as it will accept it easily, and it will also set your day off to a great start. Number 5. Consistence. Like I already said, imagination is a skill mastered over time. So don't expect yourself to master it your first attempt. When you first started driving, you were cautious and nervous, but with time you became so good you do it on autopilot. With repetition, you become better and better at it. The goal you want to achieve is a lifelike imagination. Completely immerse yourself in it. It is your desire. Enjoy it in your imagination. Feel it. and repeat your imaginal act until you get there. Start off with small desires, something you won't find unbelievable at first, like a certain new car or a trip you would like to take. Be sure it is something you really do want. Do a scavenger hunt for the things you really want within your mind. Choose a smaller desire to start with, as you will show less resistance to fulfillment. It will be something you find easier to imagine to a detail. As you receive these manifestations, you will find courage to imagine bigger and better things for yourself. Your results with deliberate creation will change your belief system. It may be easier to imagine $10,000 or $20,000, as millions may seem overwhelming. Think of your imaginal act as a present fact and not a future event you are hoping for. Consider it done and pay no attention to any opposing thought. Allow it to unfold with ease and firm belief. You don't have to construct any plan. It will all come in the most natural of ways. You must consider it done as though it is a present fact. Stand by it and remain persistent. This is how you will create your own reality. You are here because you are ready. I hope you found this useful, and if this is the case, be sure to subscribe and leave me a like or a comment. I appreciate your feedback. For the next best way to level up in life, be sure to watch one of these videos here.